News on Map World Series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha Singh, and in today's video we will be discussing topics which are important from General Studies Paper 1, that is Geography Map section. So we're meeting after a lot of time in this section. I hope things were going well on your part and you are also tracking the news which is happening, especially on the world scale, because the relevance of map is increasing with each passing year in the UPSC exam. So let's begin. First of all, about the previous exercise question, and the question was, considering the physical map of the North American continent, consider the following statements. It is talking about a continent. First, the Appalachian Mountains extend parallel to the Atlantic coast in the USA. So, USA, Appalachian Mountains and parallel to the Atlantic coast. So, let's see. So, okay, this is the map of the North American continent, and we specifically have to focus on the Appalachian Mountains and in the United States of America. So, the location of the United States of America is around this. On the north of it is Canada, on the south of it is Mexico. So, if we talk about the mountains in the United States of America, then it has two mountain ranges, first on the western side, then on the eastern side. The western side are the Rocky Mountains, this area, while on the eastern side it has the Appalachian Mountains. So, Appalachian Mountains are old mountains, and if we talk about the Appalachian Mountains, then this is the range of the Appalachian Mountains, and Appalachian Mountains, you can say, is considered to be very important for the North American continent and also for the United States of America, because that the coal, the hydropower projects are also located on this mountain range. And if we talk about it being going parallel to the Atlantic coast, then yes, this is the location of the North Atlantic Ocean, and if we will see that the Appalachian Mountains are going parallel to the North Atlantic Ocean. So, the first statement becomes correct. Now, second statement, the mountain ranges of the USA extend mainly into two regions, between which lies the drainage basin of the Mississippi River. Two regions. So, two regions, as I told you, western and eastern. On the western side are the Rockies Mountains, on the eastern side is the Appalachian Mountain Range. And it is saying that in between these two mountain ranges lies the drainage basin of the Mississippi River. Then this is also correct. Mississippi River is one of the most important rivers of the North American continent, and it originates from the region of these 5 greater lakes, and specifically it is Lake Icatsa, and the mouth of the Mississippi River is in the Gulf of Mexico. So, Mississippi River and its drainage basin lies in between the two mountain ranges. So, this statement also becomes correct. And the question was asking about the correct statement. So, first is correct, second is correct. So, the correct answer is option C, that is both 1 and 2. Now, moving on to today's session. The reference talks about recently Minister of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying Purushottam Rupala, during the concluding session of the 19th Working Party on the Data Collection and Statistics of the Indian Ocean Tuna Commission. Indian Ocean Tuna Commission. Now, this is important because on this only the question is based. Said the losses suffered by advanced fishing countries to the Indian Ocean tuna stocks must take responsibility. Now, the question is based on IOTC. So, consider the following statements. There are 3 statements. First talks about that tuna fish is found only in tropical ocean. Only. Now, this becomes extreme statement because of the word only. And if we talk about tropical oceans, it means tropical region. Then you should know about the geography of the tropical region, that is 23.5 degree north to 23.5 degree south. So, it is saying that the tuna fish lies only in the tropical ocean. So, let's see. Okay, look at this map. So, the dark blue region which you are able to see, in whole of the maps is the region where the tuna fishes are found. So if we talk about the tropical region, as I said, is between 23.5 degree north to 23.5 degree south. But the map is very, very, very clearly depicting that the region of tuna fish is way beyond 23.5 degree north to 23.5 degree south. And one of the examples are, if we talk about, this is the location of India. If you will see that Japan lies much ahead of the 23.5 degree north, so the tuna fishes are able to found in the Japan region also. If we talk about the North American continent, then if we will see that the tuna fishes can be found in the region of the Canada also. So Canada also lies much beyond 23.5 degree north, and in the southern region also you can see that the tuna fishes can be found around the region of Australia, which lies beyond 23.5 degree south. So the first statement in itself becomes wrong. And there are many other varieties also of tuna fishes, like this was about albacore tuna. So this was in Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean. Then if we will see, then it is bigay tuna. So another species of tuna fish. This also is depicting that tuna fishes can be found way beyond 23.5 degree south and 23.5 degree north. This is Australia. It can be found within Australia and around the region of Australia, around the region of US and Canada. So this depicts that it can be found beyond the tropical regions also. It is found in the subtropical regions also. Second statement talks about all members of IOTC, that is, we just talked about IOTC, that is Indian Ocean Tuna Commission. So all members of Indian Ocean Tuna Commission are also members of IORA, and IORA is Indian Ocean Rim Association. So this is a very, very, very interesting statement. Now let's see this. Okay, if we talk about IOTC, that is Indian Ocean Tuna Commission, it has 30 members in it. And if we talk about IORA, that is Indian Ocean Rim Association, it has in total 23 members. So both cannot be same, because IOTC has more number of members as compared to IORA. So the statement in itself becomes wrong. Now let's see the members of both IOTC and IORA. So IOTC, 30 members can be United Kingdom, European Union, this is Sudan, then there is South Africa, Mozambique, Madagascar, Mauritius, Seychelles, Comoros, Maldives, Tanzania, Kenya, Somalia, Yemen, Oman, Iran, Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, China, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, Korea and Japan. It also has Australia. So these are the members of IOTC, and it also has European Union in it. If we talk about IORA, then IORA has 23 members. So it has less number of members as compared to the IOTC. So the IORA members are Mozambique, Madagascar, Mauritius, Comoros, Tanzania, Kenya, Somalia, Seychelles, Maldives, Yemen, UAE, Iran, Oman, India, Bangladesh, Thailand, Sri Lanka, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Australia, and it also has France. It also has France, because there are territories of France which lies in the Indian Ocean. So all members of IOTC are also members of IORA. This becomes wrong. It has 30 members. It has 23 members. Then third statement, India is the top producer and exporter of tuna fish. Top, it means highest. Producer and exporter both. Then this statement is wrong, because India is not even the part of top 5 either of producer or exporter of tuna fish. So India is not even a part of top 5. So if we talk about top countries which comes in with the context of tuna fish, then that can be South Korea, then it can be Spain, Malta. These are the countries which are top producers or exporters of tuna fish, and the numbers keeps on changing and the names keeps on changing. But India is not part of it. So the question is asking which of the above statements are correct. So which all are correct? First is wrong, second is wrong, third is wrong. It means all are wrong. So the correct answer is option D, that is none. Now moving on to the next question. The reference talks about recently Malaysia has allowed visa-free entry to Indians for a period of 30 days from 1st of December. Now this brings Malaysia to the news. Consider the following statement. So there are three statements. First statement talks about most of the land area of Malaysia is located on the Malay Peninsula. Then the capital of Malaysia is located on the Malay Peninsula. What is the capital of Malaysia? You people should know this. Kuala Lumpur. Third, the South China Sea extends between the two major areas of Malaysia. So these are the three statements. Now let's see. Okay. Look at this map of South Asian countries, or you can say Southeast Asian countries. So if we talk about Malaysia, so whenever we say Malaysia, what comes to our mind is the region of the Malay Peninsula. So this is the region of the Malay Peninsula or Malaysia, and the capital of Malaysia is Kuala Lumpur. But we should know that Malaysia lies in the Malay Peninsula. That is absolutely correct. But there is other region also of Malaysia which lies on the Borneo Island. Borneo Island. So this is Borneo Island, one of the biggest islands in the world. So the northern part of it is of Malaysia. So this is the region on the Borneo Island. This also belongs to Malaysia, while Malay Peninsula also belongs to Malaysia. Now Malaysia, if we talk about, then the overall region of Malaysia on the Borneo Island is about 60%, while the region on the Malay Peninsula is around 40%. So the Malay Peninsula region is smaller as compared to the region of Malaysia which lies on the Borneo Island. So let's see the statements. Most of the land area of Malaysia is located on the Malay Peninsula. This is wrong, because on the Malay Peninsula is only 40% of Malaysia which lies. Second, the capital of Malaysia is located on the Malay Peninsula. This is absolutely right. Third, the South China Sea extends between the two major areas of Malaysia. See this? Okay, this is one major area of Malaysia, and this Borneo Island is another major area of Malaysia, and in between, which is this part, which sea is lying here? So it is the South China Sea, or you can say that the southernmost wing of South China Sea, the extended region of South China Sea is what is lying in between both the sides of Malaysia. So the South China Sea extends between the two major areas of Malaysia also becomes correct. Now the question is asking about the correct statements. First is wrong, second is correct, and third is correct. It means 2 and 3. So the correct answer is option C, which is 2 and 3. Now moving on to the next question. The reference talks about recently the 28th conference of the parties, that is COP28 of the UNFCCC. Now what is UNFCCC? It is United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, one of the most important topics with respect to the environment exam, which began in Dubai, UAE. You need to remember this fact, that where COP28 took place, Dubai, UAE. Now the question talks about, consider the following statement in the context of the geography of the Middle East. It is not talking about any particular country, it is talking about Middle East. There are three statements. First, the easternmost tip. Easternmost tip. So first let's see the locations. This is north, this is south, this is west, and this is east. It is talking about the easternmost tip. The easternmost tip of the Arabian Peninsula is in the UAE, and the southernmost tip is in the Yemen. So we have to talk about the easternmost and the southernmost. So easternmost UAE, southernmost Yemen. Let's see this. Okay. if we will look at the map of the Middle East, and in particular we have to talk about the Arabian Peninsula. So first of all, what is peninsula? So peninsula is a land area which is covered with water body on three sides. So this is the land area covered with water bodies on three sides, 1, 2 and 3. So on the western side covered with Red Sea, on the southern side covered with Arabian Sea, and on the eastern side covered with Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman. So this is the Arabian Peninsula, and specifically if we talk about, then this line which is drawn, you can say that this is the major region of the Arabian Peninsula, which includes Jordan, majority of the region of Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Yemen, Oman, UAE and Qatar. It does not include Bahrain because Bahrain is an island country. Now we have to talk about the easternmost and the southernmost tip. So if we talk about the southernmost tip, then the southernmost tip belongs to Yemen. So this will be the southernmost tip. And if we talk about the easternmost tip is this, you can say, then this belongs to Oman. So it says southernmost Yemen and easternmost UAE. So this becomes wrong because easternmost is Oman. So first statement becomes wrong because of the easternmost. See, half of the statement is correct, half is wrong. You need to be very careful with this. Second statement, the Mediterranean Sea, Gulf of Suez, Red Sea, etc. form the western edge of the Arabian Peninsula. Mediterranean Sea, Gulf of Suez and Red Sea. Okay, let me just rub it for you people. Okay, this is the Arabian Peninsula, and it is saying it is covered with, on the western side, Red Sea. Then that is absolutely correct because it is covered with Red Sea. It is very clearly visible that this area is covered with Red Sea. Arabian Peninsula. If we talk about Gulf of Suez, then Gulf of Suez passes between Egypt. It is completely between Egypt. It is completely between Egypt, the Gulf of Suez. So Gulf of Suez is not the westernmost boundary of the Arabian Peninsula. Arabian Peninsula boundary can be Red Sea. It is not Gulf of Suez. And then if we talk about the Mediterranean Sea, then it is very clearly visible that Arabian Peninsula, if we talk about an area, as I have just told you, it does not share its westernmost boundary with the Mediterranean Sea, because there are other countries which are coming in between, like Lebanon, Israel. So Arabian Peninsula is not sharing border with the Mediterranean Sea. So the Mediterranean Sea, Gulf of Suez, Red Sea form the western edge of the Arabian Peninsula. Red Sea is correct, Gulf of Suez and Mediterranean Sea is not, and Mediterranean Sea in specific is absolutely wrong. So this statement becomes wrong. Third, Abu Dhabi, the capital of the UAE, is located on an island off the mainland. Important word here is off the mainland. Now we need to look at this. Okay, Abu Dhabi is the capital of UAE, and UAE as a country shares its land border with Saudi Arabia and Oman. And if we talk about Abu Dhabi, which is the capital of UAE, then let's look at this map. So this is the elaborate map of UAE, and this is the location of Abu Dhabi. So it is very clearly visible that Abu Dhabi is off the mainland of UAE, and it is lying on an island, and the island is also Abu Dhabi. So it is, even though the connectivity and the infrastructure is very good, people can very easily commute from Abu Dhabi to the mainland of UAE, but it is off the coast of UAE, and this is UAE mainland. So Abu Dhabi, the capital of the UAE, is located on an island off the mainland. So this is correct. And the question is asking which of the above statement is or are correct. First is wrong, second is wrong, third is correct. So the correct answer is option D, that is only 3. Moving on to the next question. The reference says, recently after US sanctions on Venezuela were eased, India is all set to resume importing oil from this country after 3 years. Now this brings Venezuela to the news. As of now, India imports a lot of oil from Russia, from Iraq and from Saudi Arabia. Now the question talks about, consider the location of the following geographical units or following geographical entities. And which of the above are located in Venezuela? So out of these 4 entities, which all are located in Venezuela? So it is Lake Maracaibo, Amazon River, Plains of Llanos or Angel Falls. So let's see out of these 4 which all belongs to Venezuela. If we talk about Venezuela country, then Venezuela is a country which lies in the South American continent, and it is one of the northernmost countries of the South American continent. So this is the map of the Venezuela country, and Venezuela shares its land border with Colombia, Brazil and Guyana, and on the north of it lies the Caribbean Sea. So if we talk about Venezuela and all the geographical entities which are found in Venezuela, then that can be, if we talk about Llanos, the plains of Llanos. So Llanos is a tropical grassland and it is large in size, and Llanos lies in the country Venezuela and Colombia. So this is the location of Llanos. And then if we talk about Lake Maracaibo, then Lake Maracaibo lies in the north of Venezuela. North of Venezuela is where the Lake Maracaibo lies. I'll just show you another map. Okay, this is the extended map of Venezuela, and if we talk about Lake Maracaibo, then this is the location of Lake Maracaibo, and it lies in the northern part of Venezuela, and it is a lagoon in nature also, as it receives water from Caribbean Sea. So Lake Maracaibo lies in Venezuela. Then there is Angel Falls. So Angel Falls, you can say, Angel Falls also lies in Venezuela, and it lies in the southeast of Venezuela. So this is the location of Angel Falls, and Angel Falls is the highest waterfall, and it is the highest waterfall in the world. So if we talk about Lake Maracaibo, yes. Plains of Llanos, yes. Angel Falls, yes. All three lies in Venezuela. Then Amazon River. If we talk about Amazon River, then Amazon River also originates and flows in the South American continent, and it originates from the Andes Mountains. So this is the region from where the Amazon River originates, that is the Andes Mountains, and the Amazon River flows through countries. It is Peru, Colombia and Brazil. So these three are the countries through which the Amazon River flows, that is Peru, Colombia and Brazil. So, and it opens its mouth in the Atlantic Ocean. So Amazon River does not flow through Venezuela. Then Amazon River does not flow through Venezuela. So the answer would be 1, 3 and 4. So which one is 1, 3 and 4? Option C. So option C is 1, 3 and 4. So option C is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. The reference says, recently Nepal became the first South Asian country to formally register same-sex marriage. So Nepal has become the first country in the South Asian country which has registered same-sex marriage. This brings Nepal to the news, and the question talks about the area of which of the following countries is approximately equal to the area of Nepal. It is not saying exactly equal, it is saying approximately equal. Not exact, approx. And the 4 countries are Pakistan, Afghanistan, Myanmar, Bangladesh. So let's see the area of all 4 countries. Okay, if we will look at the map, then Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh and Myanmar. So first let's discuss about Nepal. So Nepal is a buffer country which lies between India and China. On the north of it is China, on the south of it is India. So the area of Nepal can be 147,000 square kilometer. So this is the area of Nepal. Now let's see the area of all other 4 countries and which is approximately closer to Nepal. So if we talk about Afghanistan, then the area of Afghanistan is 652,000 square kilometer. Pakistan is 803,000 square kilometers. Then Bangladesh is 144,000 square kilometers and Myanmar is 676,000 square kilometers. So among all 4, if we will see, then the biggest in size is Pakistan. So Pakistan gets eliminated. Then second biggest is Myanmar. Third biggest is Afghanistan. So the country which approximately is of the same size of Nepal is Bangladesh. Nepal is 147,000 square kilometer. Bangladesh is 144,000 square kilometers. So the correct answer is option D, that is Bangladesh. Now moving on to the next question. The reference says India has achieved the goals of the Montreal Protocol according to a recent report released by the India's Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change and the UNDP. So Montreal Protocol. If we talk about Montreal Protocol, then the first one was Vienna Convention, second was Montreal Protocol and third was Kigali Agreement. All 3 talked about protecting the ozone layer. Vienna Convention was specifically about the control of chlorofluorocarbons. Montreal was hydrofluorocarbons and Kigali Agreement was about ozone depleting substances, and Kigali Agreement also gave specific target years to the countries. Now let's see the question. Arrange the following in the order from the north to south. North to south means this direction, north, south. This is the direction. And the 4 sides are Montreal, Ramsar, Nairobi, Rio de Janeiro. So let's see the location of all 4. Okay, on the world map, if we will look at, then Montreal lies in Canada. Then we have Ramsar is a site in Iran. Nairobi is the capital of Kenya. And Rio de Janeiro is also the capital of Brazil. So we have taken African continent, then we have South American continent, we have North American continent, and we also have Iran from Asia. So first, if we talk about from north to south, so this is north, this is south. I think very much visible and very clearly visible on the world map that then most is Montreal, then comes Ramsar, then comes Nairobi, and then comes Rio de Janeiro. So first was Montreal, second Ramsar, third Nairobi, fourth is Rio de Janeiro. So the correct code becomes 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one is 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is option A. So the correct answer for this question is option A. Next question. The reference talks about recently tropical cyclonic storm Maichung hit the eastern coast of India. It was classified as a severe cyclonic storm by the Indian Meteorological Department. Now this brings the cyclone Maichung to the news. The question talks about how many of the following countries are included in the 13-member WMO and UNESCAP, that is UNESCAP panel, that means tropical cyclone originating in the Indian Ocean. See, all the tropical cyclones which originate in the Indian Ocean, there are a group of 13 countries which gives names to these tropical cyclones, and it is 13-member WMO UNESCAP panel. WMO is World Meteorological Organization, while UNESCAP is United Nations Economic Social Commission for Asia Pacific. So these 13 countries, a panel of 13 countries, they give names, and the names for the cyclones are selected on on regular basis, and each country gives certain kind of or suggests certain kind of names, and then names are given from those list. So there are 6 countries given, and out of these 6 countries, which all belongs to the 13-member WMO UNESCAP panel. So that is Yemen, Oman, Australia, Afghanistan, Indonesia and Iran. So let's see this. So the 13-member panel of WMO and UNESCAP are, let's name the countries: Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Oman, UAE, Qatar, Iran, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand, Sri Lanka and Maldives. So all the countries which are around Indian Ocean. So the countries which are not part of it are: Afghanistan is not a part, Australia is not a part, Indonesia is not a part of the 13-member panel. Yemen, yes. Oman, yes. Australia, no. Indonesia, no. Iran, yes. Afghanistan, no. So choose the correct option. The correct option would be 1, 2 and 6. It means only 3. Only 3 is option A. So the correct answer is option A. Now next question. The reference is: recently Mount Marapi volcano in Indonesia erupted, causing an emergency situation, and a large number of people were evacuated from there. So this was very much in news, Mount Marapi volcano. The question talks about: where is Mount Marapi volcano, which was in news, recently located? So the location of the Mount Marapi volcano, as the reference talks about that it is located in Indonesia. So the 4 options are: on the island of Borneo, on the island of Bali, on the island of Java and on the island of Sumatra. Now the options are tricky because Sumatra, Java, Bali, all these are Indonesia, part of Indonesia, islands of Indonesia. So let's see this. If we will talk about Indonesia, then Indonesia is a country which is formed by a group of islands, and there are thousands of islands in Indonesia. So, and few of the biggest islands of Indonesia are Sumatra, then there is Java, and then there is Bali. Bali is also, and Indonesia in itself is a very tourist friendly country, and Bali is one of their major tourist destination. So if we talk about the location of Mount Marapi, then it lies in the island of Sumatra, or you can say all around central Sumatra. So this is the location of Mount Marapi volcano, which has recently erupted. Many a times you will find the location of Mount Marapi volcano, you will find it that it is located in island Java, but that is wrong. The correct location is Sumatra. So on the island of Borneo, no. On the island of Bali, on the island of Java, on the island of Sumatra. So the correct answer is option D. Next question. The reference talks about: recently during COP28 of the UNFCCC, African leaders launched the Africa Green Industrial Initiative. Now this was very much required, the Africa Green Industrial Initiative, because Africa is suffering from desertification. They have Sahara Desert, then they also have Sahel region, and the region is extending to its south. Let's look at the question. Consider the location of the following countries. How many of the above are located on or south of the equator? It means if this is equator, how many are located on the equator and on the south of equator? 4 countries are Equatorial Guinea, Angola, Namibia and Kenya. Let's see this. The map of African continent, and if we will draw the equator, then this is the line of equator. This is equator, and in the African continent, equator passes through Gabon, Republic of the Congo, Democratic Republic of the Congo, then there is Uganda and then Kenya. So these are the countries in the African continent through which the equator passes. So this is north and this is south of equator. So the countries which is lying on the equator and on the south of equator are Kenya, is lying on the equator. So this becomes first country. Then there is Angola. It is lying south of the equator. Then there is Namibia, lying south of the equator. So these three countries are lying on the equator or on the south of the equator. So the country which is not lying on the equator or to the south of equator is Equatorial Guinea. So Equatorial Guinea is a country which is not lying on the equator. It is lying to the north of equator. As it is very easily visible, it is lying to the north of equator. Not very much, there is not very much distance from equator, but it lies to the north of equator. So Equatorial Guinea, no. Angola, yes. Namibia, yes. Kenya, yes. So how many are lying there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. It means 3. So the correct answer is option C. That is only 3. Now next question. It is a practice question and I'll read out the question and you people need to see the world map and give me the answer in the comment section. So the question talks about, consider the following statements. There are 2 statements and it is a very interesting one. If a cruise ship travels from London to Mumbai via Cape of Good Hope, it will have to spend part of its journey in the Western Hemisphere. So, London traveling to Mumbai and passing through Cape of Good Hope, then it will have to spend part of its journey in the Western Hemisphere. Very interesting statement. Second, if a cruise ship travels from London to Mumbai via the Red Sea, and we saw the location of Red Sea in today's episode. So, Red Sea is, this is Arabian Peninsula and Red Sea is lying to the west of Arabian Peninsula. If a cruise ship travels from London to Mumbai via the Red Sea, it will have to travel part of its journey in the Western Hemisphere. Now, which one is correct? See, there are the common thing in both the statement is London, Mumbai, and Western Hemisphere. There is only one change. It is via Cape of Good Hope and it is via Red Sea. So, the statements, 3 things are same, one is changed and one change can actually bring a lot of difference to the statements. So, you have to talk about which of the above statement is or are correct. Only 1, only 2, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. So, I think a very interesting question. I will be waiting for your answer and we'll see that how many of you gives me the correct answer of this. So, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.